Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the props edition of Daily Action Picks. This is Joe Delara, and I've got three best prop bets for today's NBA slate. The first bet that I'm going to be looking at is Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds against the LA Clippers. Jokic is obviously having an incredible season, one of the MVP favorites, and he has just been getting it done all over the floor. This bet the reason I like it, even though he's only hit this in 4 of his last 10 games, the Clippers are bottom of the barrel in terms of rebounding in the league. On the season, the Clippers are 4th worst in the league in terms of rebounding rate, and Jokic has hit this total in all 3 of his games against the Clippers with 22 boards, 13 boards, and 14 boards. Yeah, 22 rebounds in a game. That's a monster game. And I don't know if we can expect 22 rebounds, but we should expect him to clear this 12.5. This game is important for a multitude of reasons. First of all, seeding, as the Nuggets are trying to stay out of the play-in tournament, and Jokic should see heavy minutes. They've struggled a bit recently, but I like him to go over this over this rebound total and keep up his form against the Clippers and make it 4 for 4 on the over 12.5 rebounds against the Clippers this season. Evan Fournier over 14.5 points. The Knicks are taking on the Hawks. Fournier, he loves shooting the 3 ball, and he should get plenty of opportunities against this Hawks defense. Atlanta allows the 22nd most 3-point attempts in the league, and they're 25th in 3-point percentage allowed at 36.8%. So Fournier, he's played pretty well against the Hawks too. He's hit this points line in all 3 games this season against Atlanta, and he's hit it in 5 of his last 10 overall. The reason that I prefer his points versus the threes is, although he's heat up a bit of late from 3-point range, I think the points line gives us just a little bit of variance, and we're seeing his 3 points prop at 3.5. So he'd really have to score 12 points anyway. So, whether he gets 2 more buckets or some other way or a free throw, I prefer the variance that, is kind of cooked in with the over 14.5. So I'll take Fournier to go over 14.5 points against the Atlanta Hawks. And for my last bet, I'm going down and I'm looking at Wendell Carter Jr. at over 9.5 rebounds. The Magic are taking on the Warriors today, and this is a spot that I like for Wendell Carter. First of all, he's hit this 9.5 boards in 8 of his last 10 games. He's playing significant minutes this season, and he's actually averaging 10.5 rebounds per game on the season. I just think this number is a little low, and it's giving a lot of credit to a Warriors defense, which has obviously been good this season, but I think this is just a little bit of a discount here, especially considering he already secured 12 rebounds against the Warriors earlier this season. I don't really expect this to be a blowout, and I think that that's part of why this line is a little bit lower. Obviously, the Warriors are better, but they're going to be without Steph Curry, and they're actually just 2-5 this season in games without him. So although they've got Draymond back and they've got Clay, I don't think that this should be a blowout, and I think the Magic can try to keep it close, even though the spread is around 7.5. And the Warriors, they've actually slipped over their last 10 games in terms of rebounding rate, and they've secured just 50% of their rebounds compared to 51.1% of the season. And while this might not be significant, it takes them out of the top 10 and drops them about middle of the pack in terms of the league's average rebounding rate. So I'll take Wendell Carter Jr. to go over 9.5 rebounds in this matchup against the Golden State Warriors. Those are my 3 best prop bets for today's NBA slate. You can hit me up on Twitter at Joe Delara. Follow me in the Action app at Joe Delara as well. And let me know in the comments if you're riding, if you're tailing, and if there's an angle that you like or that you think I maybe didn't think about. So let me know and tune in every day for more free daily action picks.